Hello, in this video we're going to take a look at the Oxford, Missouri Battleship by a company called Oxford. Now this is actually the second Oxford kit I reviewed. I reviewed the Titanic, which was a fantastic little model, and particularly good because Lego don't make a Titanic model themselves. Anyway, the Oxford model's pretty good, and I'll leave a link to that down below. And having built that ship and enjoyed it, I thought, wouldn't it be nice to build another one? So I found this in a shop called Smith's for £45. And Smith's, I believe, actually import these from South Korea. I was going to say North Korea. They definitely don't import them from North Korea. And Oxford is a great sort of Lego compatible manufacturer. They actually make Lego compatible bricks for Hasbro as well, who actually own Creo. It's quite a complicated relationship, but basically these are almost on a par with Lego, if not the same as Lego, to be honest, and they're 100% Lego compatible. Just plugging my own videos again, I have got a top 10 list of alternative Lego brands that are all legal. They're not like clone kits, and I'll leave a link to that down below if you want to check that out as well. And one of the things that's really good about these Oxford kits is the boxes and the presentation with all the parts in them. This one's got 1071 parts in, I think. It's really, really heavy, so you feel like you've got a fantastic kit on your hands. And it says, obviously, works with major brands, it says down here. And on the back of the box, it tells you, you know, all the things that move on the model and how to display it. So when you open the box, you get all the bags of bricks inside, and the instruction manual. And the instruction manuals in these, sorry I'm making so much noise, the instruction manuals in these Oxford kits are really, really well printed. They smell amazing. They smell like a brand new magazine, you know, that sort of smell you get. And they're really easy to follow, the Oxford instructions. They're not exactly the same as kind of Lego in style, but they're still really easy to follow. There are also some stickers in this model, and before any of you pointed out, I haven't stuck these stickers on the model because one thing that might be interesting for you to know is that actually when you've stuck stickers on a model, you reduce its value dramatically. If you want to resell it afterwards, if you can say you haven't used the stickers, you will get more money for it. So that's why I don't stick them on, because I review a fair number of Lego and Lego compatible products, and if I kept them all, I would literally be drowning in Lego. The brick bags are numbered, so there are sort of 3 separate distinct parts to the instructions. So I built this over 3 days, and here is the finished ship. And I think it looks pretty good. It's about the same length as the Titanic model I made. I'm a little bit disappointed that the colouring here, this sort of red colour, is the same sort of hull colour that they used on the Titanic, but maybe that's accurate. And as with the Titanic model, we've got this kind of stepping of the bricks here to create this curved hull effect, which looks really good. And I actually found this model to be a little bit easier to make than the Titanic, because on the Titanic, the whatever this is called, the stern or whatever, fell apart. But this went together really, really well. And this has actually got the added detail on the rear of some little propellers as well, which is a nice detail. And it's got a little rudder, but the rudder doesn't turn. Also, as with the Titanic, the underside of the model is flat, which is a little bit disappointing because it wouldn't be flat on the real ship. But anyway, that's just basically to enable you to attach it to the stand. So the stand on this one is just a couple of these little stands, basically, that you stick either end. There's 2 of them, and then you can sort of just stand it up. There is also actually a little plaque here to put in the front, which I haven't put the stickers on. At the front of the ship, we got a little tiny flag here, which would have the American flag on here, obviously. And then we've got these kind of massive turret guns here, which do actually rotate, which is pretty cool. And then we've, all over the ship actually, we've got these tiny little, I guess they're guns. They look all right from a distance, but close up, they're not that kind of detail really. They just look like sort of little levers, because you would use these as levers on an actual Lego set. So that's all I see them as, but from a distance, they look like they might be guns. On this bit here, you can see there's a sort of, with this flag up here, there's a sort of what would you call that? Well, a satellite dish and radar thing. So it's probably just all radar and navigation. And there's another radar thing here, and another turrety thing here. There's this thing which I've just taken off, which rotates. Oh, I think that's probably something to do with these aircraft at the side. So there are these little sort of launch things here that rotate for the little aircraft, and there are actually these little tiny blue aircraft that sit on there, whereas the ship actually does look like a ship. They don't really look like proper aeroplanes, but anyway, they're on there. You can take them off if you want, but yeah, they're on these little rotating things so that these aircraft can be sort of, I think they kind of catapult them into the air, because obviously there isn't like a runway for them to take off on. But anyway, I mean, this ship looks really nice from every single angle. I wonder which one would actually win between this and the Titanic. Oh, I suppose that's pretty obvious, isn't it? This would win. Oxford seem to be a leader in ships, really, seeing as they've got the Titanic and this Missouri model. And I'll be leaving this for a while on display on my windowsill there, so I can sort of look at it and admire it. But hopefully I can get my hands on another ship and build that. I think in my next Lego video I'm going to be building a modular building by Lego, so stay tuned for that. Let me know if you're interested in buying one of these, or if you've ever built any ships actually, because I'm always open to new ideas. If you find a ship that you think is good, I might buy it and build it. Thanks for watching. Do subscribe if you like these sort of videos, and I shall see you next time for another one.